Mr. Flanery,
Yes.
your Irish accent in the Boondock Saints is very impressive.
Thank you, man.
You are American though, but you are of Irish descent.
Yeah.
Who taught you your accent?
You know what? I mean, anytime you do a movie and there's a different dialect, you got to do a little research. But oddly enough, I don't really like to do research with other actors playing characters, so I did it an Irish Formula One pilot, Eddie Irvine. So I actually modeled the character after Eddie Irvine, Formula One pilot.
So you just chatted to each other and then...
No. I just watched YouTube interviews. I watched him, all of his interviews. He was driving for a Ferrari at the time, and I just watched all kind of interviews about the guy and got his dialect as close to possible as I could. That's it.
Do you still have some Irish family left?
Yeah. I mean, it's in the blood, you know. It doesn't go away.
I saw your movie Borderline, in which you play a psychiatric patient, actually.
Yeah, borderline personality disorder.
How did you research that role? Did you talk to some real patients, some real doctors?
You always do a research, but if a script is well written, most of the research is in between, fade in and fade out. It's all written in the script. But yeah, I did a little backstory. Went on the computer, found that as much as I could, so I could, at least kind of be authentic.
You have a fairly small role in Kiss the Bride. Did the director specifically ask you? Are you friends? Why did you just take that small role?
They asked me if I wanted to do it. I'm friends with just about the whole cast. It's a bunch of friends. We've all known each other for years, so it was a great opportunity. And I don't really care about the size of the role. I care about the quality of the role.
Did the cast members of Kiss the Bride ever joke about the so-called Rocky reunion because it was Burt Young and Talia Shire?
No, not really. No, not really. I mean, yeah, there was a little commonality there, but no.
When you watch behind-the-scenes featurettes on DVDs, there's always this best friends forever vibe that actors have going on. But I tend to think it's kind of fake because normally you don't get along all the time. What do you think about it? Why do these DVDs always paint a brighter picture of Hollywood?
Because most people are full of shit. I mean, it doesn't really sound good if you say, yeah, we played like we loved each other on camera, but we actually hated each other. I mean, people are people. Sometimes they get along, sometimes they don't. Regis happens to be one of my best friends. So we get along. That's why we come to these events together. But certainly I've done films where I don't necessarily get along with the people, but more often than not, I do get along with them,
Do the studios pressure you to be positive in these behind-the-scenes featurettes?
I think it's just an understood rule. I mean, if you went to any corporation, if you went to the people that are running this, and you said, hey, you guys friends? They're not going to go, well, actually, no, I hate them. It's just not something you disclose with the public, It's private information.
Your movie Powder is available in 11 chapters on YouTube. Of course, it's very illegal. What do you think about that sort of thing, that your movies are available without people having to pay for the DVDs or the Blu-rays?
Well, I mean, it's a piece of art. At this point, I don't know how you can stop it. Encryption is being hacked all the time. It is something you put a lot of yourself into, so it's a shame that, Victor Salva wrote the script. It's a shame he's not getting paid every time somebody watches it. It's just a part of life, though. The internet's a new frontier, and they're just finding out how to regulate it and protect material. So it'll be an evolutionary process, but I'm sure they'll figure it out.
George Lucas made some changes to the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles when they released on DVD. How do you feel about those changes?
It was a wonderful experience for me doing the whole series. So, I mean, it's great to see it out on DVD. I wish more people had seen it because it's something I'm really proud of.
Young Indiana Jones Chronicles starred a Belgian actor. I don't know if you remember who he was.
Ronnie Couture. Yeah.
Sadly, he committed suicide. Do you remember working with him? What was he like? Did you get along?
He was a wonderful human being. He was one of the nicest guys I've ever worked with. And going back to one of your earlier questions, I'm not making that up. He truly is a wonderful individual. And it kind of shocked me to hear that. I had no idea, because he was always full of life and full of joy, and he just inhaled life. It was hard to not smile when you saw him and talked to him. So it's a shame, and my heart goes out. God bless his family. I have nothing but positive things to say about the guy.
How did you hear about it?
Actually, a friend of mine actually showed it to me in the news. I didn't even know.
You were, of course, understandably.
Of course, I was shocked. Yeah.
Now you've made a lot of movies in different genres. One might say you've seen it all. What's the worst experience so far? I mean, there must have been one movie that was just horrible to make hellish.
Oh man, I've done some movies that people have not seen, that I wish people had seen because I'm very proud of them. And then I've done some steaming piles of shit that I wish nobody had seen. You, as an actor, you do all of the above.
do you agree with the saying when an actor makes a really bad movie and an interviewer asks him why did you make it, and the actor goes, "Money, dear boy."
Sometimes you do movies for money. And, at the end of the day, it's a job. You either do it because it's an amazing character, or it's an amazing script, or it's an amazing cast, or it's an amazing director, or it's amazing money. And any combination of those. You have to do it for the script, or the director, the cast, the character, or money. There's a lot of times people do films for money.
Mr. Flanery, thank you very much. I wish you a great career ahead of this. You've had one so far, but you have quite some mileage in you, I guess. So take care, and hope to see you again in Belgium.
Thank you very much, brother. Appreciate it.